Well, Seth, you have an outstanding message from Elizabeth Carmelin asking if there's any revising you'd like to do. Sorry, Carmelian. Any revising you'd like to do to your statement?
I refer her to my legal counsel at Racket and Gamble.
Racket and Gamble? You think you could just get Racket and Gamble on the line?
Hey, I was the first client of Racket and Gamble.
All right. I mean, Racket and Gamble tell you that somebody like a paralegal from there is just like, yeah, you're not going to revise your statement now that you've given it. Like, just hold the line, don't say anything, and refer any inquiries to us. Don't worry, we've got your back. Then they go back to eating a sandwich. They're like, they're not concerned about this at all.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Was that all she wanted?
Yep.
All right. I don't think, for once, Seth has a lot that he wants to do before.
No, what do you do? We can't just do all these matches where people go into combat immediately. Are you kidding me? Where's all the drama?
I do have some things that I want to do before a match. I want to
don't unanimous me. Don't forget half the things you want to do before.
I do want to research my opponent.
Okay, you already know your opponent, of course, is Tian and his tank crew. But go ahead.
That's going to be a 4.
Perfect.
So take a point of stress.
And you have to tell me some way that you could be manipulated. I believe. Well, no. The wording is different than that. Let's see here.
Yeah, it's
no. That's it. Reveal a way you can be manipulated to your target.
Yeah.
So while you gaze into the abyss, it gazes back into you.
I think, given the current allegations against Seth, that he could probably be manipulated into handicapping himself.
No, that's bullshit. You were already gonna handicap yourself. You've told me that Seth was already going to start handicapping himself.
Well, so that's an interesting way of putting it. I was planning on possibly using inner sphere mechs.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what you told me.
I don't think that's necessarily a handicap. It's a step down in technology for sure. But
you said you were going to move. You were going to use the Warhammer instead of the Timberwolf.
Well,
for opponents that you didn't think were ready for it.
Yeah, that was the plan.
So you as a character have already thought of this.
Yeah,
and you're already, as a player, you literally got the Warhammer sheet out. We took like an extra 2
because the Timberwolf is damaged currently. That's why the Warhammer's out.
Give me a break.
Not because Seth.
You have like 5 missile damage. No, don't give me this bullshit. Give me another way you could be. It's not even manipulating you. You want that Bachal. You want the most honorable victory on the Razor line.
Now that I will buy.
I'll want that Bachal. Sure. So give me another way you can really be manipulated. Now, if you were to tell me he could antagonize you into bidding away some weapon systems on that Warhammer.
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean.
Okay, that's, you know what? That's fine. If he could play your honor against you, that's good. That works for me. You still get an answer. You get one question.
Yeah. I forget what his tank is. So what?
He
what
previously
tank
had a Poe tank.
Okay, a Poe tank. Okay.
Would you like to ask for his current favored mech?
Yeah, I would say his current favored ride.
I mean, I think you already know the answer to that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do.
It's a Von Luckner K70.
I'm pretty sure I gave you. Yeah, okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure I just gave you the sheet for it last night.
Yeah. I mean, come on, like you're my tank dealer, right? Like I gotta work with what I got, even if I'm like, well, this is gonna give it away.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So just to elaborate to the folks at home, the von Luckner is a aged Capellian tank that is essentially, they were like, all right, so we want a Warhammer, but as a tank. And they were like, you know what? We'll save you a few million C-bills. Let's do it. And on top of having a shit ton of stuff in its turret, it also has a rear-mounted LRM launcher that's meant to be indirect fired at all times. Unless for some reason you're firing at somebody in your rear directly.
Yeah.
Okay. You've researched your opponent. You know, you picked up a lot about him. Some chatter about this new von Luckner, the pride of the Capellan Confederation, has finally arrived after he lost his beloved Poe tank that he'd been using for quite a while. I remember von Luckner's being a huge bitch and mech commander. So
yeah, they're a very good tank for their size and weight. They're a little slow, but that's true of almost every tank.
That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna say
aside from hover tanks.
Tanks have two capabilities. They are either slow or very fast.
Yeah. They're either slow and tough, or they're fast and not tough.
Listen to this.
Okay.
Person shit talking my tank waifu. My tank waifu is the SM1 Clan Destroyer. That thing is fucking ungodly. It's like a hunchback on a tank with a hover technology that can slide behind you and murder you. You got anything else you want to do, or are you just thinking about that von Luckner sheet?
I'm thinking about the von Luckner sheet, and then also thinking about the fucking Solaris Civics Council and how I'm going to have to deal with that. And what I want to say about that, if anything at all.
I want to tell you that some of this is Zuri playing up your villainousness. And persona. Like
I haven't ever talked to Zuri because she was a mobster, and I like he's known that for a long time. But
the door's always open.
Yeah, I know. I think I've held off on this for a very long time, and I guess I'm gonna break the streak now, and I'm gonna go talk to Zuri.
I see. When you enter, it's like she expected you to be there, because you recognize what she's doing. As soon as you walk through the door, she pulls out a chilled brandy snifter, 2 of them, and pours 4 shots of grain alcohol into each one, and then 2 shots of vodka into yours, and says, "It's a Ghost Bear PPC. I heard you like something like this."
I am aware.
She slides it over to you. The fingerprints of her on the chilled glass frosting over.
I don't think he picks it up to drink because he does have a match later today.
Well, this could take place anytime.
Okay, that's fair. But I still I like, he'll like reach out and like
this could be the night after Hunter's match. You know?
Sure. Like he positions the glass in front of himself, but he doesn't drink it yet.
Let me ask you, because you know I like nothing more than beating a dead horse. That horse is in the shape of the theme of The Godfather. Is what's happening in this office right now going to be Godfather shaped in any way where I can have that theme in my head playing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so, but
I just want the audience to be ready to load it up, you know, in case he does anything enforcery.
No, I'm not here to talk to her about the mob.
Okay.
I'm here to talk to her about her job.
Okay.
Zuri,
set.
This is our first meeting.
Well, I feel like I already know so much about you.
That is
She
good.
says, kind of nervously. Is there anything I can do for you? Anything that you need? Anything that you want?
I currently have a problem.
Yeah. Several of them.
Solaris Civics Council, the honorless dogs,
Honorless dogs. What do you
taken
know
it upon
about this?
themselves to tank me and my career. They're trying their best.
Let me ask you a question, Seth. What do you know about the Solaris Civic Council?
I know that they have gray booked me.
That's true.
For not killing Omega Tanaga.
Correct. They're upset that you threatened him. They think that, like Omega Tanaga,
despite the fact that he has threatened me multiple times to kill me and take my life.
Look, the thing is, Seth, that this is the games world. There is a lot of grand... you've seen it now, right? You're a more mature gladiator than when that incident happened. You know that people say things, they do things. Who they are outside the ring is not who they are when they're in character, right? I mean, look, I don't need to bullshit you. You know who Amos Everett is.
I do.
When Omega Tanaga says he's going to kill you, people don't automatically assume that he literally is going to kill you. But when you threaten to kill him out of cockpit, that is against some of the very few rules that the international zone has. But more importantly, it's against the traditions that built this place.
Mm. And when he killed Sergei Wolf?
She takes a sip of her Ghost Bear PPC and says, what?
You did not know that he killed Sergei Wolf?
I mean, look, on the news, it just said Sergei Wolf died. I know he's been using Sergei Wolf's Timberwolf.
And has taken up residence in his Sergei's former broadsword dropship. These things are not hidden from the competent observer, one who knows clan culture.
I mean, it's one thing to receive something in a will, right, after somebody dies. Wait, is this one of those trial of possessions?
It would have been, yes.
I mean, that's perfectly legal in the international zone. Your people's culture is being respected by the Solaris Civic Council.
Good.
I mean, you're treated as being an ambassador here. Well, you were. Not anymore.
No,
you're no longer a representative of Clan Ghost Bear, but... Look, here's the deal, Seth. The Solaris Civic Council has to step on gladiators who go too far out of line. Enforcement. I'm sure you understand what that means. The problem is that I think you've never been the one that's been out of line. But you're in a different world. I mean, this isn't even the jungle of the inner sphere. Solaris is its own thing. And, you know, like, I'm not the only one that could be helping you do this, but I'm probably the one that should be helping you do this.
It would be your job.
I gotta tell you, I think, you know, you've been playing up this villainous part for a long, long time. And I've been trying to help enhance that. But you know, everybody likes a hero, Seth. You could really use a rebranding. Now, I want to show you some of who your audience is. He starts bringing out, you know, like late 20-something, early 30s women, and also, you know, like the typical clan head men and women of any age who are just like, yeah, man, like the Comstar has failed us with their religious technocracy bullshit. Like the clans are the way to go, man. Free healthcare, like a place in life, like someone could tell me who I'm supposed to be and where I'm supposed to be. You know, like I just don't want to be stepped on by the man anymore, right? And kept down. The clans are going to lift us up to where we're supposed to be based on our abilities, based on our experience, and based on, you know, like our genetics, right? I'm better than what this life has given me, and the clans are going to give me exactly what they deserve. All right, so you get those two separate groups.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She starts bringing you out letters from some of your female fans that are just like, Seth, I know you're a bad boy, but I can change you, okay? The inner sphere can change you. There's a good man inside of you. You just have to put the bear away and let the man out. Put away your grisly rage. Bring out the wild side of the man. Shit like that, like 4 or 5 pages long, single spaced, both sides of the paper.
Oh no. Oh man.
From all across the inner sphere. All from Timbuktu all the way to the New Avalon Institute of Science. It's actually not that far, but
so I think Seth just like scans like the first paragraph and is like, nope.
These are who your fans are. These are the people that want you.
Are you familiar, Zuri, with the Gunslinger program?
I don't know if you know this, but I attended the Tharkad Institute, and yes, I know quite a bit about the history of this world. The Gunslinger program was what helped found Solaris and what it currently is. It is a remnant of the ancient Star League long past. You know, there's not a lot of information from that time that has come forward, but the Gunslinger program is, well, it's enshrined here. You can even go to the Solaris Museum of History and find out more about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, unlike the Inner Sphere, the clans have maintained a history of what happened up until the Exodus.
Sure. Seth, let me stop you there. I've seen some of the histories written by the clans, and, well, let's just say the Inner Sphere and clan interpretations differ heavily at certain points.
Not ones written after the Exodus. Ones written prior to the Exodus. We never lost those records.
All right. Out of character, I'm just telling you that it's Nicholas Kerensky and the Lore Masters have pruned those histories specifically to become more clan-like. All right. Back in character, she gives you a look like you crazy.
I would like to begin associating myself with the Gunslinger program in an effort to turn my image around, if that is the correct phrasing.
Sure.
And in association with this, any of my opponents that I'm matched up with, I would like you to reach out to them and ask whether or not they are comfortable with me piloting clan tech or whether I should pilot an Inner Sphere machine. I understand that my Timberwolf and Stooping Hawk are very dangerous machines and are on a...
Well, your Stooping Hawk can't even be used in your current division.
Correct. Well, but in exhibition matches, of course. I understand that they're...
Are you much of an exhibitionist, Seth?
In the way any clansman is.
Yeah, I've heard some things. Look, I'm just saying, when someone wrote this character, they wrote that Zuri was thirsty, okay? That's all I'm saying. People are like, Arthur, you must be, you know, that like I wrote all these characters myself and that someone else didn't write them, or I must secretly be Fulcher Industries. Like, guys, come on. I'm working with what I got here, okay?
I can say, out of character, I do know who Fulcher Industries is, and it's not Arthur.
It's true. Thank you. Yeah, he did secretly reveal it. She takes a few seconds to write some things down and says, Seth, there's a lot that I know about the clans, but there's plenty more I don't know. How willing are you to associate yourself with the Star League?
Fairly.
Are you willing to wear a Star League uniform?
No.
Okay.
But what I would be willing to do is create a blending of a Star League uniform and a Clan Ghost Bear or Clan Morgan uniform.
Well, why don't you let our experts at this workshop it, and we'll get something for you. It may not be ready for your match tomorrow. You know, it's not like we can just magically make a whole new outfit overnight. What are we, Hunger Games? But no, we'll work on something for you.
I understand.
Now, how willing are you to lean into the gunslinger persona? I'm talking Stetson hat, dual pistols at the hips, gun belts everywhere, spurs.
I would not want to step on Amos Everett's toes.
Well, Amos certainly isn't the only one to sport that particular look. I mean, but none of that. Absolutely none of it. You're not giving me a lot to work with here, Seth, but right, we'll work around it. Look, I'm here to help you and enhance you. Yeah. You just have to give me something.
It was my understanding that the gunslinger program had nothing to do with cowboys. It had to do with being a superior mech pilot.
Yeah, but we're trying to associate your gunslingerness with people's minds. You know, that's an easy connection. Plus, Seth and Duelist go together pretty well. You could say something like, I'm here to clean up the inner sphere of all these cowardly criminals. And all of a sudden, you're Seth Good Guy instead of Seth Ghost Bear.
We'll workshop that, and we'll come back to that.
All right. So you're not in love with the name like the Gun Sether or anything like that? No, you don't. First response is say, all right. You're a tough nut to crack, Seth, but I'll get my people working on it. They're better at it than me. Let me say this, though. I think you should make a spectacle out of this first offer to switch mechs. What I'm saying is, when people write the tickets for these matches, it's not Seth Ghost Bear in the Mad Cat versus Tian Gong in his Von Luckner tank. It's Seth versus Tian Gong. So I think you march the Mad Cat into the arena, and I'll get, you know, our guys to have the Warhammer on standby. I'll let the Solaris Civic Council know that we're going to do a little, you know, rebranding deal. I think I can get them to go with it. I got enough blackmail on somebody. And you'll go out onto the field in the Mad Cat and then bachawl or whatever you want to do, bargain down. Say that you want a more even fight. If you showed Tian Gong respect by fighting in an inner sphere machine, the guy who invented inner sphere steel as a philosophy, I think that might be a point where you could turn your character around from the guy who just killed Smash, you know.
Well, I mean, Smash is alive.
Right,
you do know that, right?
It's the evil clone of Smash.
Yes, of course.
Using your clan cloning. Look, we all have to write stories, Seth.
I understand.
Sometimes the story you write is simple. You're a guy from the Free Worlds League who has a musket and a jug of ale, and you're all about freedom, just like the Free Worlds League. And that's a simple character, and you know what? Some people are into that. Some people want a more nuanced character, and some people want to base their whole lives around following all the insane, crazy shit. Evil cheerleaders, an undead necromancer whose half-brother is also Satan. Like, some people are into that. They want their whole life to be based around it. There is a market for these things, Seth. So what I'm saying is that if you turn tomorrow into a spectacle, you might just be able to turn around public opinion and give you a chance to get some breath. Because if how I understand this gray booking is working, they just don't like you being a piece of shit all the time. If you show people some measure of honor and respect, someone other than Kyle, maybe they'll lay off you for a bit. Might give you some time to switch over to the gunslinger.
Considering they are in control of who I fight, and 2 of my last 4 matches have been with Kyle Morgan. Anyway, I will consider what you have said here. Thank you for your time.
There's one more thing, Seth.
Go ahead.
I think you have to fight Omega Tanaga.
Good.
I mean,
I've been planning to.
In like the next 3 months.
All right.
I don't know how much you know about him, but I think his health is getting worse. And if you put this off, he may die before you ever get the chance. And that is a massive loss of interest and revenue.
Indeed.
The other thing you need to be worried about is him just going home. He's been trying to find a way home for a long time. Longer than you've been here.
Well, chances are he'll die before he gets home. Especially if I have anything to say about it.
That's really sad, Seth. And it's kind of disappointing to hear, but he's also a wild animal at this point, so maybe it's not that bad. I mean, he went to jail after Bloody September, so.
Thank you for your time, Zuri.
No, thank you. Yeah, take the bottle with you. She slides a bottle of grain alcohol with pre-mixed vodka.
I think Seth takes the glass that she poured for him at the beginning of the conversation and like drains that, but leaves the bottle. He's like, he has no use for a pre-mixed Ghost Bear PPC.
You have to imagine that, Everclear and vodka is going to be so incredibly flavorless. Yeah. Just like a Ghost Bear.
Wow. Arthur Perkins with the shade.
Steel Vipers, Nova Cats, Diamond Sharks, okay? These are the 3 top clans. Everybody else is some real motherfuckers. Look, that's what I love about the Everything Battletech Discord channel. They've got like almost every clan but Steel Vipers. Like,
yeah,
people couldn't remember Steel Vipers if their life depended on it.
There was one dude who was like, "Ooh, I like this clan Steel Viper thing. I'll go write a couple of books for them," and then no one else.
They wrote them out of the fucking Great Refusal. I mean, come on. They were like, every invading clan is part of the Great Refusal. And I was like, they got Ice Hellions, they got Fire Mandrels up in there, but you know what they don't have? Steel Vipers. Where the fuck were the Steel Vipers? They want to retcon Ghost Bear victory at 2K, and they can't retcon. The Steel Viper showed up, and we're like, nah, this isn't worth our time, bro. They literally did nothing. They weren't even mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I would accept that retcon. At least they would get something. Say anything at this point.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to do?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I will head into my interview.
30 minutes pre-match. All right. So we're out of the Gleamo zone. We're back into the normal zone. Now, I've previously described William Wyndham Williamson III, Professor of Fine Arts, in several different forms, but right now, only one word can describe him, and that word is drip. I mean, we're talking a tasteful amount of jewelry at the necklaces and also rings and a watch. A suit that clearly is being worn for the first time. Like, those crease presses are perfect. But it's the shoes The shoes that cost more than a Star League Neuro helmet and cooling suit. Those are what get your attention. I mean, those Air Shacks right there.
The Air Shacks.
It's named after a Mech basketball player.
Mech basketball.
Look, they have Mech football, okay? They obviously are going to have Mech basketball.
Why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they? They just never mentioned it because, you know, the world of mechs is so expansive. Look, I just couldn't come up with a clever name on the fly. I knew he was going to have good shoes, though.
Yeah.
Like solid, what do they call them? Kicks? I don't really understand what that word means, but he's got it. He's got drip. All right. Seth, William, welcome back.
Thank you.
I think you already know that today's ranked match is putting a lot on the line for you. You could be advancing forward here for the first time in a while, but more importantly, you are being painted as a villain in the media. Now, I'm not saying I've never seen a sort of darkness to you, but I'd like to think in your time with me from the Solaris Open up till now, you have been straightforward. Maybe not villainous. Ruthless, certainly. What do you think about all this? Is this a media campaign? Please don't let me break kayfabe if this is all in character, of course.
No, William, I think that this smear campaign in the media against me it's low-hanging fruit. It's very easy to villainize a clan warrior, and they're taking advantage of my heritage and where I've come from to score easy points with their inner sphere audience.
Are you saying that this is a racist campaign against you?
I'm not making that comment one way or the other, but...
then what comment are you making?
Just that these companies who are leveling these accusations at me and, you know, painting me as some barbaric, uncontrolled warrior, all of these are false. Clan warriors certainly have an edge to them, as our culture is very competitive and dangerous at the highest levels. And I don't think that the fresh minds of the inner sphere were ready to see what a true clan warrior could do.
Fresh minds of the inner sphere.
Yes.
Seth, I can't say I've ever heard that terminology before. That's very interesting.
Well, you have never encountered clan warriors or clan culture before, so you're in regards to the clans, your minds were fresh.
All right, let me ask a different question, Seth. What do you do for fun? I want to know about the real Seth Ghost Bear. I'm talking hold you over the volcano. What is fun? Entertainment. What do you do in your downtime for leisure?
That's an interesting question, William. One of my hobbies is blacksmithing. It is I believe we've talked about this before, but specifically clan Ghost Bear warriors and some other clan warriors amongst the other clans have what is known as a great work.
Right.
That they work on for their entire life. That is one of the things that I do in my leisure time is continue to work on my own.
Now, paint me a picture for your audience at home. Are we talking Seth Ghost Bear out in the freezing cold, shirt off, shorts, slamming a piece of metal in a hot forge exposed to the cold winter, taking a sword that is still burning hot and dipping it in oil outside. Like, is there going to be a lot of sizzling, not just from the blade?
Forging outside is too uncontrolled. You wouldn't be able to regulate the heat and temperature of the forge and blade
So
as well.
He's just like, no, you just heard it. You just heard
it. Yeah. Yeah. But it does get quite warm inside of a forge when you are working.
Somewhere out there, a woman named Samantha is writing an award-winning fan fiction right now in the Battletech universe. It's going to be all over the Compstar network.
Yeah. So that is one of the blacksmithing is one of the things that I do for enjoyment.
What else?
There's a new trend that I was introduced to by Kyle Morgan called jet skiing, where you take
jet skiing
individual watercraft and take it out on the water and ride it around for enjoyment.
Just remember, I made it cool before Loki did, audience.
That is true. That was prior to the premiere of Loki.
I'm just that good, man.
Yeah. That is quite. So
you're
enjoyable.
into water sports then?
Insofar as I'm into jet skiing, yes.
Have you tried water polo with jet skis?
No.
We should try sometime. You and me. Let's go.
This is a sport?
Yeah.
Be amenable to that.
He does put his hands together, but the rings are too fat for him to close his hands.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll get my people to talk to your people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Seth, how do you intend to approach today's match? Obviously, there's a lot of interest going into it. Several thousand people who arrived here for the grand tournament have extended their stay specifically to watch this match now that the tournament is over early. There's going to be a lot of eyes on you. What are we going to see today?
I believe you will see a match between a mech and a tank with a skilled crew and honorable opponent in the Iron Mountain. That is a very treacherous battleground.
It's true. Ishiyama is known for, going in so far back as to Justin Allard's amazing tournament win. So, in this analogy, are you Philip Capet or are you Justin Allard?
I'm neither.
Are you willing to guarantee victory here today?
I don't think so, William. I believe Tian Gong and his crew are some of the best tankers on Solaris, and my victory is not assured today.
So you respect or even fear this match?
Respect. I do not fear anyone.
Even though you have been on something like a winning streak.
It's true.
And the only person we've known recently to even come close to matching you is Kyle Morgan using a clan machine and clan tactics. You still believe that this tanker, Tian Gong, is a equal to you?
I believe that Tian Gong is an elite pilot of his chosen war machine.
There's a news ticker right now.
And
Seth
that
Ghost Bear announces his opponent is...
I would be a fool to underestimate him.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Seth? Just know that the eyes of the inner sphere, possibly even your friends in the clans, could be on this match. What do you want to say before you walk out to your mech? Hi, Mom. Got him! I got him! listen, chat. He's been sitting there Kazuna-meing for like 20 minutes. Okay.
I have it helps me get in character.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That I hope that they enjoy what they see today.
Okay. Tian Gong enters Ishiyama with no avarice. There's no preface. He just drives up to one of the entrance gates. Mm-hmm. People in the crowd are losing their mind on all of the holo screens. Of course, watching live here is literally impossible, but at various points, wherever it would be unobtrusive, holographic projections showing the crowd watching you are being posted inside of the arena.
Okay. Yes, I think taking Zuri's advice, Seth shows up in the Timberwolf.
Yeah.
But then has an open communication with Tian Gong's tank and says, "I'm Mech Warrior Seth of Clan Morgan, and I would let's see, how do I want to say this?" In this battle today against my respected opponent, Tian Gong, I offer you a bachal. I have prepared a Warhammer 7A. To do battle against you in. Would you accept?
So Tian Gong comes to the top of his tank. He comes out the commander's hatch and picks up a little mic and says, "You would face me in an inner sphere mech and a smaller, less well-armored, less well-armed mech."
Out of respect for your skills and pride as a warrior, yes, I would.
And this is not a disrespect that you believe that you could easily overcome us.
I do not believe that I could easily overcome you, even in my Timberwolf. I have seen what you could do in the former Poe heavy tank that you piloted, and now that you are in your chosen chassis, this will be a close fight no matter what machine I'm in.
Sure. Can I have you roll a media influence real quick with corporate?
Sure. I'm going to substitute entertainer for corporate with
limited 16 feet.
Yep. That's a 12.
He's quiet for about 2 minutes, and it's clear, like there's a lot of hubbub going on, and then it quiets down and it quiets down and quiets down. And he says, "I'm Captain Tian Gong of Team Tian. I am a tanker, and I proudly represent the Capellan Confederation in this match. I accept your willingness to face us in your Warhammer 7A. And I would further add that this match would be even more honorable were you to withhold 2 of your medium lasers. If this would be the case, I would consider you to have turned me a great honor in facing me on an equal battlefield."
So Seth opens up his comms again and says, I accept this bid."
Very well. What is it your people say? Selah?
Bargained well and done.
Say less. He says as he pops the hatch down and clogs it, and you go back around. Now, I'm going to give you an option here, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
This would be considered an opportunity to switch to babyface.
Sure.
because as it's written, I would grant that you meet the conditions to do so.
Okay. Yeah, I will.
So you've performed a chivalrous act while I heal.
And that also lets me
flip one stress.
Reduce my stress. Yeah. So I'm back down to no stress.
So there's like an abuelita in the audience who slowly stands up and begins clapping. And then like men and women from across Solaris begin standing up. Some of them offer salutes, others clap, others cheer. At first, it's only a few dozen, but then everybody is so excited to see this new match where the Inner Sphere Steel will be at its finest. That a clan warrior has recognized an Inner Sphere agent, and even more so, has even hobbled themselves in the face of it. Solaris Civic Council is a little pissed about that bachawling, but probably somewhere Zuri's on the phone with Ibrahim Caribou just going, it's fine, okay? It's not match fixing, all right? It's not. They have a different culture, okay?
All right. So we're back in the Warhammer.
So it would seem. I'm gonna get my Capcom dice. I should probably show the audience what we're looking at in terms of mechs here today. Your Warhammer 7A was a refit from your custom Warhammer that's now 2 ERPPCs, 2 small pulse lasers, an SRM6, and 4 medium lasers, 2 of which have been disabled. Tian Gong is going to be going in a Von Luckner VNL K70 refit heavy tank with a turreted autocannon 10, machine gun PPC SRM4, of course the indirect fire LRM 10, unless for some reason you got behind him and he didn't swivel the turret for some reason, and a front side flamer for dealing with infantry. Obviously it's fairly heavily armed and armored. Perhaps not as well as yours, but I guess we'll see.
I mean, it's it's nothing to sneeze at. The Von Luckner's a deadly tank.
So the Solaris Civics Council has, of course, already cleared your Warhammer to fight. You have to pull all the green tags out. You head into the ranked match, but it still takes like 10 minutes. People use this as an opportunity to like text everybody on their phone and be like, "Oh shit, man! Like this is gonna be the match of the century. Time to turn your TV on." You know, there's an office building where the boss is just like, "All right, everybody, I don't do this very often, but turn on your televisions. We're gonna watch the live stream from Comstar, okay? After this, back to the TPS reports, but for now, just consider it a free break from me, your boss. Don't say I've never done nothing for you, okay?" Pizza's on Bob.
Pizza's on Bob.
All right, I got a 5.
I got an 8.
You get to choose which plate you would like to come in on.
Yeah. And so depending on what I choose, what then they have to choose?
Right, it's the other way around. I choose what plate I come in on, and then you decide based on that choice. You're right. I forgot that this is the battleground that has to work that way.
Yeah, this is the weird. So you're coming in on that one?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
I'm making a decision. Are those clan ERPPCs? They don't have
no, they're regular. They're regular ERPPCs.
Do ERPPCs not have a minimum range?
Correct.
Right.
It's just the Inner Sphere ERPPCs do 10 points of damage and clans do 15.
All right.
Well, otherwise, they're exactly the same.
I want a battlefield that I can get some clear line of sights on.
I love that.
Because I need 15 plus range in order to get some good maneuvering here. So he's going to come down right here on this map sheet.
Okay. Okay. So then, all right. So he's coming in there. Can I enter on the same map sheet? Because otherwise I'm going to come into on this tunnel, the tunnel E.
Yeah, I mean, oh no, you can't enter on the same map sheet, but you could come in on E tunnel at, yeah, you could come in there on the E tunnel and then just spend 3 walking down.
Yep. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So it begins.
Wow, way to make it slightly more dramatic. You got the broadcast that I sent and Zoom chat.
Oh, let me.
Yeah, I'm just working on sound effects, man. Working on sound effects. Even though it takes a little bit of my attention to do so. Hopefully, I'll get better at it as time goes on. Oh, well, we might not have 2020++ tonight. In which case, I'm gonna do all the planning for the mercenary mission tonight. Just get the map set up.
I'm connected to server.
Okay, let's just test it real quick. You hear that?
Yep. It's charging up, then it fires. Is that a missile sound effect?
It is.
Yep.
That's the sound of your mech exploding. LRM-10 to the head.
Oh boy, that'd be rough.
I got a 9.
I got a 6, okay. So I move first.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spend 3 to come in down here, and then 4. And then obviously Blood Hunter or Bloodstalker declaring Tian Gong my target.
18 hexes, huh? I need to move a little bit closer.
Mm-hmm.
Hexes.
Down to 15.
Right. I got 13. Did you get 15?
13? No, I wasn't counting, so I was just...
Okay. Alright, he's just going to park it there.
Alright. So I'm going to fire 2 ERPPCs, because that's the only thing I have in range. So I'm a 3, 4 for my walk, 5, 6 for his defense, 7, 8 for range, -3 from my SPAs. So we're looking at 5s. First ERPPC, that hits in the 8.
Front side.
Front side for 10. Second ERPPC will also hit in the 6.
Right side.
All right. Solid start.
All right. The turret locks onto you.
Yep.
He is going to fire PPC, AC-10, and LRM-10 in that order.
Okay.
The LRM-10 will be indirect fire.
So it's an additional, what, like +1?
Yeah. So based on his stats, his SPAs, he's looking at the... It's going to be long range, both of those. What's your evasion?
Nothing.
Okay.
I only technically moved 2 hexes.
Wow, this is going to be way nastier than it should be, but all right. It's a hit. EPC is right torso for 10.
Okay.
AC-10 is a hit, right torso for 10. I'm getting good mode right now.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible. That is a miss. It would hit your left leg. Kind of for. Oh, actually, it's like a super miss. Sorry, I forgot I have the +1 for indirect, even though I'm literally spotting for myself. All right, never mind. It misses, and I don't feel like re-rolling it. LRM-10 ain't much. So, yeah, and we got the PPC hitting.
Yeah, man.
What are we going with this autocannon? I don't know. This might be an autocannon noise. I've been using it for pulse lasers, but
Nah, I
I don't know.
that's
Like autocannon is one blast in Battletech,
Sure.
right? Like
Sure.
I always thought it was like a what we consider an autocannon, like a Vulcan cannon that fires like hundreds, but apparently it's literally just like one blast. So
yeah,
I don't know. Let's say it's your right torso. Ugh!
Yeah, that was rough, man. That was rough. I believe that's also a piloting check.
For you, yes.
Yeah. Solid.
But honorable warrior. All right.
That is pretty much. That's basically almost all of my right torso armor fucking gone.
All right. I forgot. I actually have 6 initiative, not 5, because I have +1.
I have a 12 initiative.
Okay. I choose to win initiative. Please go ahead.
Okay. All right.
This is going to be the round where it matters, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 5, 6. And I'll take a +2 for a run. Have 11.
Yep. Staying outside of the range of your weapons complement sounds good to me.
Yep. Okay.
So, you know, the tank is... And then, like, you start moving forward.
Gonna fire the 2 ERPPCs again. So I'm a 3, 4, 5, 6 for his defense, 8 for the range, but -3 for my SPA. So I'm looking at 5s again. First one. That'll hit in the 3.
Front side with motive system damage. So
Good,
since you
good.
didn't critical, we'll use that roll.
Okay. So it's a 7, which I think is like a +1 maybe.
Yeah, +1 to all driving skill rolls.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't intend to be making many of those. Not unless I fucked up real bad.
Second one also hits in the 6.
All right, that's front side again.
Has all my damage gone into the front so far?
Yep.
All right, very nice. So that should be just
Not much
one
armor
one.
left.
I was gonna say it should just be 1 point.
Yeah, where did I go wrong with that?
I don't know. I think you might have missed some damage on the first.
You are right that if 4 or 10 damage is hit.
Yep.
All right, so same deal.
Yep. Just don't fucking hit my fucking right torso. Jesus.
I'd really appreciate it if I did. Sorry.
I would appreciate it if you didn't, especially twice in a row.
Listen, this is the Eric conundrum, okay?
Sure.
Either you get shot in the head first round, or your Caesar gets hit in the right torso first round, and you just lose instantly. PPC, AC 10, LRM 10 at 11 range. My PPC is at medium. Everything but the autocannon's at medium. So it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6, 6, and 6. All the way down. 7 for the LRM because it's firing at.
Love that.
All right, no, I'm holding these dice, so it's 4,
Okay.
7, and 6. I'm actually going to use lucky.
To re-roll there.
Yes, but
Got
the
it.
4, 7, and 6 will all still stand. Yep. Okay, so
that will
PPC
hit.
hits.
So
4
4.
is right arm.
Right arm for 10.
That's PPC. Auto cannon. Also a hit is left leg for 10.
Okay.
All right, we went with this one. Boom.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, need a 7 here. And right arm. How's your right arm doing? Is there anything useful in there?
I mean, there's my PPC in there, and it's taken half armor.
Nah, it's more likely I'll go through your right torso. I don't want to use up all my lucky chasing crappy shots. 9 on a 10 pack is probably not that good either. 8 missiles. I'm not in love with that. Yeah, I'm not going to chase it. I'm good.
All right.
We don't shrimp for 9s around here. It's a phrase I recall saying.
That's that. I also recall you saying that.
That's enough to force you to make another PSR, correct?
It is. It is indeed.
Okay. I'm boxcar for initiative, so.
I solid on my PSR. I got an 8.
Okay. You actually can't win initiative because I have a 13.
I could tie you, but I do not tie you.
You can't tie me. Do you have a +1? Oh, you're an ex-soldier.
I do.
Right.
I do. I'm an ex-soldier. Yeah.
I forgot about that.
But I do not tie you. I only get a 10.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay.
I think there's a pretty good chance I can keep you away from me for one more round. Just keep firing.
Okay. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
Start making your way carefully around the lake's edge.
Yep.
Hexes would be great for me. I would continue to reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, make my day.
All right.
End the smash by hitting me in the fucking front side again.
Yeah. 2 ERPPCs.
Sure.
I'm a 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're at 12. You said.
Yep.
So we're looking at 5s again.
All right.
First one's going to hit in the 5.
What do you want to bet that's front side? Oh, it's right side.
Not. Right side with a motive systems check. And that's a 9 on my motive systems roll. So that turns into a 9, 10, 11. Turns into an 11.
Yeah. Half cruising MP. Well, not going anywhere, but you know,
Yep.
you're almost in range of your short range weaponry, which is pretty much it for me.
Yep. All right. And then second ERPPC.
Just got to survive this front side hit, and I get one more round.
To the 8, which I believe is front.
Yes, it is. All right, that's it. He's dead.
Yeah, he's out.
Critical roll of 4 is no critical hit.
Yep.
So he's good. He will survive, but will you? From his savage counter.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna survive, but will I take internal damage? Probably, because knowing you, it'll be right torso hit.
So it's 5, 5, and 6. Sniper's really, really nice to have.
Yes, it is.
Center torso for 10 with the PPC hit.
Got it.
Got lightning whip. Right torso for 10 with the AC 10.
That's gonna go internal.
Sure, I'm gonna go ahead and... Does he have... Hemateer? No, I'm gonna re-roll those critical dice then. Using a second of 4 points of lucky.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's double crit.
All right.
Let's get in there. Cause you some real problems. Oh, you have a case ammo bin.
Yep. Yep.
That's what I want right there. 6, 6.
6, 6. That's re-roll.
5,
1. Medium laser.
4, 6 is nothing. 1, 4 is SRM 6.
Yeah, one. Okay, so we have SRM-6 is down and medium laser is down.
All right. I basically have to pray for the SRM
LRMs.
case ammo to hit with the LRM, and then it overflows enough to hit your center torso. Your center torso explodes as well. This is gonna work out for him, but oh, it's a hit. It's a center torso hit.
Very nice.
Oh god, it's actually happening. It's happening.
No crit on the crit dice though.
I'm gonna
lucky it.
a third of 4. So
Sure.
5 damage center torso to start with.
Yeah.
With a crit. Not enough to win the match, but definitely enough to piss you off.
Yeah. So 5 damage center
You'll
torso.
remember this day, Clanner. 1-5 is a gyro hit. You'll never forget the day you faced down Intersphere Steel.
Yeah.
Now, if only this 1 damage hit was also a center torso critical.
What are the fucking chances? Oh my god.
Not that good because it's a right leg for 1. What are the chances? 1 in 36, my friend.
Yeah. All right.
So this is a custom, or it's a non-custom Warhammer.
Yeah, non-custom Warhammer.
You don't have Mech Tech?
I do not have Mech Tech.
So
no.
it's a 2 damage repair, right?
Yep, correct. Yeah, because I'm.
It's been so long since this thing. It's fucking beastly hurt though. Yeah, you continuously dunk PPC after PPC into this machine. Oh god, I forgot to fucking do the breaking news.
This is a Donegal Broadcasting Company.
Yeah, I know. I am. No one can hear anything over top of the DBC marker going off. All right. Don't worry, Zonoir will put it in the wiki. Yeah, you dump PPC after PPC into the front side of this machine over and over again. You know, that's a lot of armor, but it can't withstand that level of barrage. And Tian Gong and his team get out of yet another smoking tank ruin.
Yep.
I don't know how fusion core destruction works on these bad boys. Is it totally gone?
No, I don't think so. So I think basically it's just that like when you destroy a tank via the internal structure, it's just that the chassis of the tank is just so fucked up that it's basically open to the air. I think the only way to like truly like destroy a tank is to like do a fuel tank hit or an ammunition hit, like critical. Well, or like turret blown off.
Still going to cost them millions to repair it.
Yeah, basically.
They come out the back end of the tank, smoke pouring around them. Tian Gong straightens out his paramilitary version of a Capellan Confederation tanker uniform. Just straightens his suit jacket and gives you a salute. The rest of his team does as well, and then they give you a very slight bow towards your mech. And I want you to know that at this moment, at the edge of the arena,
there's security mechs everywhere. 4
security mechs that are suddenly like stepping out of the shadows just in case you try to take a shot. The sergeant is like, "Lieutenant, what should we do?" And he's like, "Hold yourself, Sergeant. Wait for him to charge his weapons, then we fuck him." They're all like, their hands are shaking. They're holding their targeting cross right on the back of your center torso.
Yeah.
Hold, Sergeant.
So I think like Seth will get out and up like onto the shoulder of his warhammer and like return the salute and in the clan fashion.
What is the clan salute fashion?
I have no clue.
I always assumed it was like hand over the heart or something.
Yeah, probably like a
it would be very
heart,
Mongolian though, so who knows?
Yeah.
Nicholas Kerensky was like, you know what's great? Mongolia. And dressing up like animals, dude.
Yeah, he's gonna cherry pick whatever he wanted that would suit his dream.
Fascist idealism?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, he managed to convince 800 people that he was the best choice genetically to lead humanity into the future. Well, obviously having some severe mental illnesses.
Yeah, well, I mean,
His dad was literally like, look, you have some very bad mental illnesses. Your brother's going to be in charge. And then his brother dies. And he's like, well, shit. I know we were against leaving our kids to inherit stuff because that caused the secession wars. But you know what? I'm going to leave everything to my kid. Because why not? Why look for a better future?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Every time someone's like, General Kerensky was so honorable, I was like, did you read the same fiction we did? Kerensky was a fucking nut job.
I mean, they did the best they could in the times that they were in, which was to say they fought wars constantly for 30 plus years, and then went on a
magical journey to he literally adopted them. He was like, don't worry, there's paradise just over the horizon. Then they get there and they're like,
there was no paradise out there.
They arrive and they're like, well, all we have are shitholes.
Yeah. Like, they essentially went on a suicide journey to the ends into unknown space, and it just happened to work out for them.
Like 800 people were like, all right, look, we have like the last 5 mechs in all of existence in one jump ship. Let's keep going until we find paradise. And then they're like, oh shit, paradise is right next door. My dad was fucking crack, dog. We're literally one jump away from Arcadia. What the fuck?
They actually had a bunch of warships.
Because
they just didn't have anything to do with them.
I mean, they were all mothballed. Like, the ammunition was like 50 years old at that point. There's a guy out there going, sir, I don't know if we can put this in, like, we can physically load it in a tube. I don't know that it's going to go out the end of the tube, sir.
No, it's
that's what I love about all these, like, Star League mothball, right? Because, like, I'm like, all right, my ammunition's like 5 years old. Am I still good to fire it out of a gun? Like, I know I'm being a little nervous. And then they're like, yeah, so this is a 250-year-old ammunition piece. And I'm like,
This Gauss rifle is 700 years old. But let's fire it up, baby.
I would have somebody just pry that thing open and just replace everything inside it and be like, I don't know that the primer is going to hold for that long. You know what I mean? Like, is that safe?
Yeah. Let's turn on these LBX 20 autocannon shells. They'll fire for sure.
Oh my god.
It's just the missile tube, and it just goes bloop.
All right. You've completed your chivalrous turn. Would you like to go to your exit interview?
Yes.
All right. Not everybody does, so I'm just making sure. Nowadays, it's cool to leave your exit interview. Seth, I have to say that I've seen a lot in my time on Solaris. I haven't always been involved with the games, the only game I used to be involved in was the rap game. But
I am aware.
I've extended my influence out, and to switch mechs to something even lighter, to switch your technology base, to turn off weapon systems, to show respect for your opponent. Is this a new leaf for you?
I would say so, William. Are you familiar with the Gunslinger program?
I think you and I may have discussed it before, actually.
Yes, I believe we did after my last match. I believe that in the interests of my continued competition here on Solaris, that going forward, I will be giving my opponents the choice if they feel comfortable facing me in a clan mech or an inner sphere mech, whichever they would prefer. I will be more than happy to accommodate. And the spirit of this Gunslinger program, to put on the finest mech duels or mech tank duels in the inner sphere.
Now, you're aware that the first successful graduate of the Gunslinger program, Lieutenant Karen Graham, led to all successful graduates being called Karens. Would you consider yourself a Karen?
I would be very interested to hear the story of Karen Graham and why her name stuck as...
Of course. You've never heard the tragedy of Alano when a Ronin samurai mech warrior was defeated by Lieutenant Karen Graham, a graduating class of 2687? Look, it's right here in the Comstar files.
Is it? Comstar has not made those files available to me.
He just pulls them up on the screen. It looks exactly like Sarna.net.
Perfect.
Let's look up the Gunslinger program. First successful graduate was Lieutenant Karen Graham.
Let's see.
It's more of this clan lore mastering. They remove the Karens.
Let's see. I don't see.
Second paragraph.
I see Colonel. Oh, okay, gotcha.
We don't consider draws victories around here.
Sure.
That's some Donovan stuff. No, we only like Karens around here.
Yeah, just 10 days later, Karen Graham was...
You're saying that you are or are not a Karen, Seth?
I would not refer to myself as Karen, no. I would refer to myself as Seth. I have not yet become accustomed to these...
I understand.
No, to these inner sphere nicknames that you give to things.
I see. Do you name your mechs?
I do not know.
What do you have?
Some have named my mechs for me, but I have not given them names. No.
What do you have to say about Hunter McGregor's draw ending the stable's continuous victories yesterday?
Well, I have not yet been able to watch the replay of that match, but I would go so far as to say that Hunter is a very skilled mech warrior. And like Seth would know who his opponent was, right?
Yeah, it's Kazuna.
Yeah. And that, Kazuna has been a regular opponent of our stable since the Open. And he has also shown his skill several times.
I may have mentioned exactly that during yesterday's match.
Yeah. And that while a draw is not a victory, it is also not a loss.
Thank you for explaining how draws work to me. Is there such a thing as a draw in the clans?
Yes, depending on how you look at it, yes. Though it is not it would be a very rare situation in which a draw was allowed to stand. There would be continued contests until a clear winner was established. But if there are typically not draws in the clans, but things are done differently here in the Inner Sphere.
I see. Well, Seth, today you've certainly earned your new spot as rank 88. You know what that means, don't you?
That I move up a rank?
Well, to rank 88
up several
from 92.
ranks, yes. Correct. Yes.
That also means you're now the highest ranked member of your stable.
Oh, I did
However
not know
temporarily that might be, given that Kyle also has a ranked match tomorrow.
Indeed.
You're also currently your stable's champion, is that correct?
I am, yes.
You consider yourself the apex of the apex.
Once I challenge and defeat Kyle Morgan again, yes, I would.
Do you consider Kyle Morgan to be enough of a threat that you would need to use your Timberwolf in order to face him?
I would give Kyle
without holding back your SRMs.
I would give Kyle Morgan the same choice, but yes, likely I would use my Timberwolf and to its full effect after the outcome of our last match.
So is it that you believe he's that much of a threat, or that you believe you don't need to put a hand behind your back anymore?
I believe he has already shown that he is a capable enough warrior for me to use my machine to its full potential.
Any questions, comments, suggestions for your audience, for your fans, investors?
Can I set up a match during this interview, or would that
Absolutely.
be later?
Okay, please.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it depends, because in order for the match to go through, it has to be some semblance of fair.
Sure. No, this is going to be a match with Omega Tanaga.
Very well.
And can I roll prior to the fiction so that I know how it turns out?
Yes, but I'm gonna leave that open to interpretation because
sure.
You could be successful and then ask for something ridiculous. So
Yeah.
Go ahead. Now we'll know. We'll know. We'll know the result, but the audience won't.
Okay. Well, okay. Well, then, so I'm gonna do that. Okay.
Incredible. You ruined it. You've ruined it twice now.
Have I?
Yeah.
Have I though?
You wouldn't re-roll a successful roll. Come on.
That's true.
They can hear the dice going up in the air. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it wasn't successful, so I wanted to re-roll.
All right, let me look at my schedule here. So we've got Mercenary Mission. Then that week will be you and Kyle joining Saya's Flooding, which will be during that week.
Okay.
So you are about to announce your intent to challenge Omega Tanaga when from out of the darkness behind William, Omega Tanaga approaches and says, in full Clan Fire Mandrill dress uniform, it says, I am Star Captain Omega Tanaga of Clan Fire Mandrill, and I challenge Seth to a trial of grievance to be fought in my home stadium at night. And people in the studio are shocked. They're like, "Oh shit! Someone get a tight zoom in on his face!" Seth's shocked. What the fuck? William knocks over his drink and is like, "What the fuck?
Where did he come from?"
Yeah.
So I think Seth will stand up, and just I accept your challenge.
Selah.
Selah.
In this solemn matter, let none interfere. He turns and leaves. There's total chaos in the studio. A security guard tries to stop him, but Omega's a full 1.5 feet taller than him and just walks through him. There's a new news ticker at the bottom of the screen saying, Star Captain Omega Tanaga, a challenge! When you make it back to the barracks, maybe to do some paperwork afterwards, Zuri has posted a full body Seth portrait with him wearing digital urban camo.
Okay.
With a patch on each shoulder that reads ACMS, Advanced Combat and Maneuvering Skills Project. So it's like a paramilitary version of a special forces, essentially. And it comes with a beret that has the Apex Dragon logo on it, and a little Clan Ghost Bear pin at the lapel, and a Clan Morgan lapel at the other side, a Ronin Industries patch on the right arm. And it's just, it's her office's, her people's work on what they think you would like, but also the audience would like, working around your restrictions, which are many.
I mean, I just said not Star League, like not directly Star League, but I like it. This is good.
All right, you flip the poster over, and on the next side, it's you. Like, do it with your hands, like aiming a gun at an angle towards, but it's not it's your hands. Mm-hmm. And there's a heart behind you, and it says, "He's aiming right for you" at the bottom of the poster. Gunslinger.
Less enthusiastic, but he doesn't can it.
Okay. All right. That's all I got.
Good work, Suri.
All right, you leave her a note.
Yeah. Yeah, I think.
Wow, congratulations! You're no longer Grey Book temporarily.
Yeah.
As long as you remain on good behavior, the Solaris Civic Council might not squash you forever.
Sure.
Now that the season's basically over and Omega Tanaga is your last opponent. Oh, great. All right, let me put that on the schedule too. Seth crushed.
Yeah.
If you had not made this match, Omega was going to challenge Kyle tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
As the superior mech warrior.
Mm-hmm. Although I'm curious as to what his grievance is.
That you're a cowardly, unclan-like loser.
Sure. Because I was planning on challenging
you
him.
Make a mockery of the traditions of Bachal by combat bidding in the middle of an inner sphere match and switching mechs. You have turned our people's culture into entertainment.
Listen, Jade Chicken.
Well, now he has a second grievance against you.
Because I was originally going to challenge him for a trial possession for the fucking dropship.
Of course. But no, he got you first. He bushwhacked you out of nowhere.
Yeah. Beat me to the punch.
Now we have to have the rematch between Pondo and Seth, where you actually use the Warhammer, and he uses the Bushwhacker. Pondo, if you're watching this, take note. Let's arrange it this time. I won't let him switch to the Mad Cat at the last minute.
Look, it was brand new. I wanted to use it, and he wouldn't tell me who my opponent was. So,
yeah.
All right. And I don't think Seth has all that much he wants to do after his match. So I am gonna do training with Brody Harrison.
Yeah.
To get that sweet experience gain.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay. Now, you of course have a bunch of mechs that are in what one would call less than ideal working condition, and you're staring at. Was your salary paid yet?
No, not yet.
Oh, and it won't be by tomorrow either. Yeah, so I mean. Well, no, by tomorrow, by the time people are watching this video, you either will or won't have an additional point of stress from unpaid salary issues. Mm-hmm. But you've also got the upcoming mercenary mission, which I believe you're slated to attend. In which case, you got slight problems precluding the... how should I put this? Your mechs aren't repaired, and it's going to be real difficult to go into combat with them.
Yeah, like if I take the Warhammer, it's a fucking almost completely destroyed right torso and half armor gone on center and right arm. Like, it ain't looking great.
Perfect.
Gotta spend some, get some C-bills spent to repair all these mechs.
Anything else you want to do?
I don't think so. I Just gotta. I think. So. I'll probably drop this in investor chat later today, but I think Seth is basically just like preparing or like writing a mass email, basically.
You've also got to prepare for the next vote to see if investors like the way you've been running the stable or not, or that is to say, to change literally nothing at all in any way, shape, or form. Just like the previous guy. Hey.
Nah, that's not true. That's not true. I changed around some mech assignments, man.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I think
threatened Amos.
Yeah. Well, I mean, talked to Amos.
We'll see if the audience likes you threatening to take Amos's mech away. You know, that guy was the first stable champion.
I do
fallen
know that,
a long way since then.
Yeah, he's gotten involved with some pretty shady characters. But that all that's behind us now, and we're moving into the new era of Apex Dragons Never Loses. You sound like you have something to say.
No. I'll pass.
All right.
So some things you just look. Dunamis said some shit to me once about dinner in a dungeon never meeting, and it hurt me deeply, incredibly deeply. So
I remember that.
It was personal and it was painful.
It's just,
and I've never gotten over it.
It was a dagger, just deep
so
into
I'm
the
just
heart.
gonna let Apex Dragons winning. Just gonna let that one pass.
Okay.
And,
yeah. But see now I know, and you know that I know that you had a cutting remark prepared.
I did. But I'm gonna let it go, just like Elsa. That's it. Have a good afternoon, everybody. Hey, you know, somewhere over my face right now, there might be like playlists you could click on. I think one of them's Battletech. Maybe you should click on that. I hear people like it.
It's good. It's good. I really enjoyed it.